Hello, Milton. How you doing? Hey, Saint Anne, how you doing? Hey, Chastain, how are you? Hey, Black Mind. Chastain, that's a song. That's me. That's me singing that. Hey, Layama. Yes, Black Mind. That's my music. Hello, Vanessa. Hi, Tiny Bubbles. Say it's buffering. I've been doing okay. Trying to, get my energy back from all of that excessive heat. Okay, just giving everybody some time to get here. Yeah. Don't you got a wife to go to? I don't want you, you ain't got no woman. Something's gotta be wrong with you. I gotta break that honey jar. Gonna leave your ass where you are. You say it's heavy tonight? What you say, Saint Anne? Lots of dead best friends with me and the brother tonight. Oh, okay. Man, that song tried to drag me with it. Hello? What's up, Mike? How you doing? The song tried to take me with it, goddammit. But I'm here, fighting to get my goddamn soul back. The song snatched up a lot of folks. I tell you, that thing ain't playing. It is the month, it's the reaping month, man. August and September is the reaping month. I know you want me. Maybe I think you got my ass wrong. Chastain said, I was just listening to the live stream from last night again, and you had me rolling talking about the birds. Okay. That shit real, man. Pigeons are the best birds to work with when you're doing witchcraft. Hey, Ashley. Hey, Black Mind Reality. Something's gotta be wrong with you. Don't you gotta want to go through. Hello to everybody. Chestnut said, where did you get your bird name from? Actually, Aja just came to me. Aja. I looked at, I thought it was a boy. So the whole time I thought, for a whole year, I thought it was a boy. So she actually got a boy named Aja. And honey, she started laying eggs. I said, well, it's too late to change your name because Aja fits you. And I think I may have gotten it from Ajay. Ajay is like bird witchcraft. The Ajay. And I just probably went from Ajay to just Aja. Yeah, that's probably how I came up with it. Black Mind Reality said, when will you be on camera? Okay, so I think I'm okay. Hang on, I want to talk to you. I think I'm going to let a little display right here. Oh, this is my favorite right here. This is what I use. I do weather magic with this song right here. This is how I produce storms and rain with this.
Papa, I come here humble. Please open the gates.
Please open the gates. Please open the gates. I need you. Please, Papa, open the gates. I'm going to have to do another ritual dance to that, y'all. When should I set this up? Tomorrow? I got to do it, y'all, because I need rain. It's got to rain and cool off here, y'all. It's 92 degrees. It's just getting too hot. Y'all bear with me for a minute. This is a witch's weather song. Please open the gates. Open the gates. Please, Papa, open the gates. Y'all never knew with that when I did that. I made that song that was 2 years ago in 2017. And I used to always, I was dealing with a lot of bullying online, you know what I'm saying and everything. And I had this all old saying I would say to the people that were like always bullying. I would always say, get behind us. And I noticed in this song, I began to notice there's a demonic voice, which is one of my spirits. He's saying, you can hear him back there. He's saying, "Get behind us." You can hear a male voice saying, "Get behind us." And around that time, I was making a lot of music and dancing to it. I would hear that same voice of that same being, and I can't call his name because y'all would not be surprised. Y'all would be surprised how many people are emulating me and imitating me and will call my spirit. So I can't even much call their names out loud, y'all. But you can hear them in all of my different songs saying, "Get behind us." Get behind us is what he says in those videos and stuff. It's just cool. Hey Kiri, how you doing? Thank you, girl. Thank you for sending that storm. I was just sitting here a minute ago, and I was inspired to come on camera. I want to talk about it. I want to talk about weather witches. Yes, I do. I want to talk about weather witches. And oh crap, I don't want to start this because this thing have a habit. I'm gonna turn it down. It has a habit of just playing. In my house, my spirits just make themselves comfortable. They will turn the TVs on and turn the channels wherever they want to turn them. I just said make yourself comfortable, but just please don't burn the house down. Don't destroy the house, and please don't scare the hell out of me. Okay, don't scare me now. So I'm not surprised if I go in a room and they have turned on the computer and it's on something that they want to watch and everything. I tell them, I said, me Kusa, me Kusa su Kusa, how you say it? Me casa is su casa. Okay, that's what I tell my spirits. You know what I'm saying? And they're very upset because they came back and told me I have one that's got, it's a scary cat. I sometimes it'll come and let me warn me things that's gonna happen ahead of time. It's a very young spirit. One time something went down with me. And it happened like 2 days later, but it came to me and it said, "Mama." I said, "What you scared of?" It was trying to prepare me. But I got one that it's a scaredy cat, but it's more vocal than the rest of the spirits, and it's very clairvoyant. It can let me know what's going to happen ahead of time. But I was finna tell y'all something, and shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. But yes, so some of them very young, some of them are ancient. You know what I'm saying? My younguns, these are ones I think these are probably those who have departed their physical lives fairly recently to be a part of my journey. And hell, one day I will be a disincarnate spirit and I'll be a part of their journey. Shit, they waiting for their time to come in and have a physical body. Shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to always have a physical body to, you know what I'm saying, to continue on for eternity. So, it's only fair that they get their opportunity to be a human. Well, how they have it to be a spirit having a human experience, how they say it. But anyway, so what I wanted to talk about, I want to talk about weather magic, and weather magic is something I definitely want to dwell in. Not don't think I'm trying to be all cocky, but I have to say it. You all have seen, some of you all, not everyone, but a few of you all have seen me, and I don't know, maybe in the group you all may not have, but throughout my history, I have demonstrated that I can, with the help of supernatural beings, elemental beings, call on supernatural forces to bring down rain and wind and all of that, and storm and all of that. Now, some of us have that ability. I'm not saying I am the only person, because I had a man to say, hey, look, tell your mama she ain't the only body that can call down the rain. And I told y'all about Matt. We was outside of a grocery store. It was at nighttime. And Matt was like, come on now. You know, anybody can do that. I said, I don't doubt it. I'm just only talking about, you know, what I've have done in the past. And I showed him the video, and he looked at it and everything, but he was still doubtful. I don't know if he was doubtful. I don't know what it was. But he said, well, okay, I tell you what, if you can really do this, then do it now. And I said, I don't know. I said, it might fail me. I was thinking that in my head. And I said, okay, then. Okay, I'll do it. And I had an excuse if it didn't happen, cause it wouldn't happen because such and such and such and such a thing. And sure enough, y'all, it rained right over top of our head. I am not lying. It was right in our circle. You step out that circle, it was dry, but right there in that circle, rain was falling. And I've done that several times here lately. This year, we was looking at a piece of real estate, and I said, "Oh man, this is a cool house. I love this house." Oh, and I looked in the sky and I said, "Oh, great one." You know what I'm saying? I looked at the side. I said, "Please let me get this piece of real estate." I promise you all, it rained right over top of my head. My son was like, Mama, it's raining right in the spot you in, and only in that one spot. It was just crazy. So I always like to I want to be careful with that though, because that year I lost quite a bit calling on that rain. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I lost 9 chickens and roosters. They total up to 9. So be careful when you're calling on a supernatural force outside of yourself. Call it within you. See, I went outside and I promise you all, I lost a lot that year. Not only did I get my rain, but it flooded out my little crop I had back there. I had corn, um, which it didn't really hurt that because I got my corn off of there. But it knocked the corn down, knocked all the corn stalks down. It flooded my squash. It flooded quite a bit of stuff, eggplant and everything like that. And ever since then, I have been kind of, like scared. I'm just gonna use the word to do such a thing. You know what I'm saying? And you can pay. They'll come and take stuff. Shit, they'll take your animals. Shit, they'll take your family members. And so I can't do that no more, honey. And even when I looked up to the sky and asked for that piece of real estate that I did not get. You know what I'm saying? I got a little bit of rain, and I was scared of that because I was like, "Oh, what do I got to pay for that rain?" So know that when you're calling on these supernatural forces and stuff, you are going to pay with something, okay? And if you're not doing your homework, you know what I'm saying? Meaning that you're making a deal with them and tell them what you're willing to give up and what you ain't willing to give up. You understand what I'm saying? They'll make that decision for you, and you don't want that. Okay. Hey, Earth Color Portal, how are you? Yes. Let me tell you something. Earth Color Portal. Look. And when you're in the witching lifestyle, or you when you're chosen to be a witch, because I don't know about everybody else, but I have been chosen to be a witch. Okay, I've been chosen to be a witch because I've always have come here as a witch. I remember quite a few of my ancient lifetimes. No joke. They have been with me since I was small. I never could figure it out. I never asked anybody about it because I felt like everybody did it. You know what I'm saying? But as I went throughout my lifetime and I realized nobody else was talking about the things that I've gone through, I began to realize, that there are a lot of things that I cannot discuss because people are going to judge me because of it. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Okay, Kira says, how do you handle the naysayers, spiritually? You have to be a tough witch. If you only the tough witches can only a real true witch can handle what I've gone through. Witches have some of the toughest skin. We have to be evil and wicked and diabolical to be able to deal with what we deal with. Most witches, I there may be some witches that have never been bullied, but let me tell you something. Most witches have been bullied most of all their life. Okay, if you don't believe that most witches have been bullied, then just look at your Salem witch trials. Look at the witches in Africa, how we are estranged from loved ones and stuff, and how people try to make us the goat. Hello? Look at all of that. That's a true witches. Witches are bullied. They are burned at the stake. These are the things we go through. Now, if you going through your life and you ain't got that kind of trouble with you, oh, I'm a witch and I never have anybody bullying me, taunting me, doing this. Well, I tell you what, you stick with this for a while and see what happens. Because I'm telling you, if something go wrong with something, you are going to be the first one they're going to point their fingers at. If something go down, you are going to be that goat. Any kind of pestilence or something break out, it was the witch down the street. If something floods, the West Nile virus show up, some kind of plague come up. Now y'all know through history they have always blamed the witches, which brings me to something that I read today. I don't know. I don't even know, honey tea. I think that's the name of it, honey tea. I wanted to talk to you all about that. Some honey tea site I was reading up on, and I need to get my facts straight so I can read it straight out to you all and stuff like that. Well, they blamed the excessive heat here in the South and just it warming up all over the planet. Guess who gets the blame for that? They blaming it on the witches, y'all. The witches are, I said they done started this already. If y'all want me to read the article, I'll read the article to you all. But I'm going to read this first article to you all first. Okay? The witches' holiday was today. Okay? So I cannot pronounce it. Any witches in here know how to pronounce that holiday that the witches had today? This fall equinox, the autumn equinox. I cannot pronounce that. Mabon? Anybody know anything about it? Going once. Going twice. Going thrice. Either can't nobody hear me. We must be buffering. Okay, Earth color finally came out. Okay, yes, okay. So happy Mabon to all of the witches as we transition from life to death. That's where we're going. And I'm okay when I say that. I mean, so August, like I told y'all, August, September, and October, these are the death months, all the way up to December. These are the death months. This is the window of the souls leaving and transitioning on into another phase and stuff like that. There is a window where the souls actually all depart, okay, and move on. And that window is like, from what I've experienced from at my, me being here half a century, opens at August and it actually officially closes right around February. But now this is the peak. The peak is right around September, October. Okay, we talked about this on another video. Y'all, I don't know. Anybody been keeping up with all of that? Hey, Milton, how you doing? Anybody been keeping up with that? So you got 6 months of birth and life and death. Okay, 6 months of birth and life. Okay, and 6 months of what? Transitioning that period. You know what I'm saying? So around this time right here, like I say, if you could see it, it would be lit up with souls moving out. Some of the souls will actually stay here. All souls don't actually leave right when they pass from their bodies. Some will stay for so many reasons. Some stay out of confusion, out of fear. Some stay because of unfinished business or the fact that they want to hang around and help somebody they love and they care about or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And some stay so that they can go and transition around this time of the period, because this period of the actual season is when they go. Yeah, and look it up because that's the best way I can tell you. I probably need to find a way to teach this to you all. Anybody got an idea? Okay. Hey Raymond L, how you doing? Okay, Raymond wants to feed a dragon. Most of your serial killers can tell you about that. Okay. Hey Flower Bomb, how you doing? And thank you for moderating. Thank you for the love. Yeah, so now, Raymond, you'd have to talk to your serial killer. They can give you a better idea of that, because you would have to actually take a whole bunch of people out to get that dragon ready. Okay, so you can turn that dragon into what, Godzilla and beyond. Because I think I explained it to you all how it works. Okay, you just got home. Okay. Glad to have you here. Milton says it's going good where I'm at, but I'm a 20 but I'm minute 20 seconds behind your video. Okay. I got you. Raymond says, and how the queen feeds off the spirit sacrifice in September events. Yeah. So it sounds like you've been kind of like, in here listening to me. This, no telling how much life force she's gonna get from this sacrifice. But I want y'all to follow the pattern, and you'll know that I told you all. Every September, around August and September, you're gonna see, this is when you're gonna see a lot of hurricanes. You're gonna see, which when I know what people gonna say, well, duh. The naysayers gonna say, duh. What do you think? This is hurricane season. Okay. It is hurricane season for a reason. Okay. Not only is it to bring a cool off, because it gets extremely hot from this Gulf Stream, and so this Gulf Stream heat, along with the cool, all of this stirring together is creating these hurricanes. But these hurricanes are actually sacrificing people at the same token. You see what I'm saying? So that's a bigger bang for their buck. And they state these hurricanes tend to strike areas where you have lots of people who are, what I would like to say, are primitive people. These are primitive people. These are people that are very close and connected to the divine. These are your nature people. That's why they always hitting the Caribbeans and hitting and taking all of this out. You understand? Does that does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? Because you got two kind of people on this earth. Well, now you may have three. We're gonna say we got three people. You got your people that are dumb and oblivious, and they don't even know why they here. They just here. Hello? These are matrix people. They were created for a matrix system. Hello? You got your other people who are in control of all people. They control the earth. They control with the every mean they can with technology and electronics. Okay? They are anti-nature. Okay? Anti anything natural. Okay? They don't have any interest or any regards for wildlife. Trees mean absolutely nothing unless they can make money off of them. They harvest trees to make furniture, houses. They harvest trees for paper, things of that. They have no type of, they're not civilized when it comes to respecting nature. Okay, so and then you got your people who they call the primitive people, the witches of the earth, that try to abide by all the rules of the natural order of things, okay? These are the people who celebrate the earth. That these are the people that honor the earth. These are the people that help to heal the earth and preserve the earth, out of respect. The animals do the same. These people are the closest to the animal, to nature, to all of these things. You know what I'm saying? And these are the people that are going to be here when the people are destroyed, that are just totally oblivious to everything. They're just created for matrix purpose. They serve nothing else. They're going to be destroyed. Their kind will not reincarnate, as well as these globalists, the technology people will be destroyed, and the primitive people of the earth will remain. Okay, they'll still be here. Okay, so the witches will inherit the earth. Nobody believes it. The way things looking, it don't look like it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But like I keep telling everybody, we are in the age of Aquarians. So being in that age, everything is going to turn around in the favor of those who preserve the earth. Okay. It's gonna come a time, get ready, where it's not the doctors are just gonna just give up. They're not gonna be in business. Okay, nobody's gonna want the pharmaceuticals. Because as these people die out that were created for the matrix, that need the pharmaceutical companies, as they die out, there will be no need for traditional doctors. I'm not saying it won't be none. It's going to be some, but they're not going to be as prosperous as the witches. The witches who will come in and offer crystal healing. The witches that are going to come in and offer energy healing. The witches that will offer herbal therapies versus, your pharmaceutical companies. This is what's coming. Paper money will have no value as as the witches inherit the earth and began to barter and trade amongst each other. Then the technology money, you understand what I'm saying, it will die out. It's dying now, right at this very moment. You know what I'm saying? Their leader, or whatever that is, that has kept them in power all of these I don't know for how long. I can't say centuries. I can't say what. I don't know how long they have been in reign, but at this particular point, it is dying. The Aquarius is the humanitarian. Okay, she is the humanitarian. He is the humanitarian, and that's where all of this is going. This is going in a direction where the people who have a genuine love and concern for, like I say, animals, humans. Shoot, humans and animals are the same thing. Only thing about it, animals are far more intelligent than humans. Okay, because they follow the natural order of nature. Okay, so this is where we're going. And this is how come. Hey Jackie, how you doing? Thank you so much for moderating, and thank you for the love, because I am going to need it, and I'm sure there's some folks in here with me that need the love, that need the encouragement as they try to shut it all down. You understand? They need to shut it down. And I'm not just talking about for me, myself in particular, but I'm just talking about for a lot of situations. Okay? A lot of situations they finna try to cut you down left and right now. Because I done already told y'all. It's gonna come a time where they're gonna start discouraging witchcraft. And don't be surprised that one day you come to YouTube and find that anybody that is discussing anything concerning like supernatural stuff and witchcraft and all of that, where a lot of that is going to be against YouTube's guidelines and all of that. That day is coming. Like right now, this is the freedom for us to get what we need. Okay. Hey, Gabby, how you doing? You doing okay, Gabby? Yeah, Chastain said, "Mama spitting them facts." And if you question me and you say all of this for what? Then I will say you're not ready for this content. You're not ready for this material. So sit back and listen. How can you say all of this for what? What does that mean? So basically what they're saying, why are we doing all of this? Why are you doing this, mother spirit tree? Why are you doing this? There is no reason why. It's the fact that this is what I've been called to do. I have been chosen. This is my specific calling. Okay? When you have a specific calling, there is no reason why. If you have been called to go and kill masses of people, there is no reason why. That's your calling. That is your particular script for this movie. This is my script. I'm following my script. This is the part of the movie that I play. Like when you watch, you got your antagonist. Your help me with them words. You got your antagonist. You got your main characters. You got all these different things. What they call protagonists, and all of these things. And if you ask them, hey, why are you playing the main character part? Because I was called to play this portion of the movie. Why are you playing the protagonist? Because I was called to play the protagonist part. I was called to play. You see what I'm saying? Okay. That's the best way I can describe it. So if you find yourself in here asking yourself, why is mama doing all of this? I just gave you a reason why. Milton said the difference between humans and animals is humans choose not to understand them. Okay, it's mostly sign language, but it's easy if you try. Come on now. Milton, what do you mean when you say that? There is no difference. Look, let me tell you something. Now, I'll give you my take on it, Milton. I think the difference between humans and animals, which we got to realize, humans, we are still a part of the animal phylum, okay? But if there was to be any difference, is humans are colonized, organized, and taught to be what? Civilized. Okay? Being civilized, believe it or not, is something that is man taught, is man made. And I'm talking about from a perspective to be to have yourself put in a situation where you have to live in a colonized matrix that which is very unnatural. And I know I'm losing a lot of people. But when we sit and we live in our subdivisions, where they tell us we can only paint our house beige and we can't do this and we can't do that, and we got to depend on a system to provide food and provide water for us. We are what they call domestic. We are domestics, okay? Just like the domestic cat, the domestic dog depends on us to feed them, and we depend on the globalists to feed us. But that's very unnatural. The natural way is to be out in a be out in the living on the land, providing your own food, your own water, and so forth and so on. Knowing your own gods and spirits. That's natural. Okay, but humans don't tend to follow the natural order of nature. That's the difference between them and animals, because animals follow the natural order of nature. They never go against it. We do. That's what makes them far more intelligent than we are. Okay? Jackie said, okay, Flowerbomb 187, come back when you can, sis. Okay. Okay. See you later, Flowerbomb. Hey, Astro, how you doing? And thank you for moderating. Chastain said, we listening. I gave it say, Raymond L. I think so too. I was talking to a squirrel the other day, LOL, and it was staring at me like it could understand me. I'm glad you said that, Gabby. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. Animals are so evolved, okay, that you do not have to take years to teach an animal how to understand language. Okay, so you just had a baby. Okay, it's gonna take you about 2, 3, 4, 5 years to teach that baby the vocabulary it needs in order to for it to be able to understand you and communicate with you and others, whereas animals do not need that. Okay, animals are very telepathic and they understand everything you're saying. They're just not able to speak through their voice as we do because they don't have to. They have evolved to a point where they do not have to speak. And there are some other humans in other dimensions and planes of existence that don't need sound and they don't talk like we do because they use telepathy. Telepathy is a very primitive, advanced form of language. We lost it somewhere. So know that the dog down the street already know what the dog up the street wants. And they don't necessarily have to say, hey, look, check this out. I know what you're doing down there. I'll be down there in a few minutes to get me some of that cooch, okay? They gravitate straight over there to it. They got a keen senses of smell. And like I say, they speak to each other telepathically. We used to do that back in ancient times and stuff like that. You know, we ain't always have had the luxury of sound. Did y'all know that? I don't want to get too deep in that though. Chastain said animals know some, but about to happen before we do. Yes, they do. The fact that animals are so in tune with nature, they don't have the distractions of the cell phone. They don't have the distractions of TV and of all the gossip and all of that in the football game or what have you. They have the time within them to spend communicating with the supernatural. So they already know. That somebody was saying they had a tsunami somewhere in Asia. They found all them human beings and all of the trash debris out there in the ocean, but they couldn't find that damn dead dog, a damn dead cat, a damn dead goat in that water. Because what they do is they know they can feel it. They know when something about to happen. They can feel with vibrations that something's coming, so they gonna head up to the hill. Meanwhile, we down here playing around at the beach and get swept up because we ain't paying no attention to our natural senses because we deny that they're there, or we believe someone when they say they aren't there. Okay. Which is, this is why we're here. This is why we're doing what we're doing. We are, in a place where we are developing our supernatural skills and tapping into divine forces. This is the reason why we're doing what we're doing. So now if you come in here because it's about the money, you done already missed out on what it is. This is we're advancing ourselves. This is our advancement. So when we get to the other side, we've been already past this portion. We ready to go and skip on and go on to the next. Hello? While you trying to make you a few dollars. Because see, a lot of folks is over here because it's the money. They know that this is the next cash cow, so here they is. Whoop, there it is. That's what they saying. Okay? So, and you're going to pay too. Because if you using these spirits just to get some money, they're going to burn some up. Okay? Some gonna either blow up or burn up. Chastain said the animals got the hell on. Hello. Ding dong. Okay. Okay. Hey, Ashley, did I speak to you? The mommy ritual said animals communicate with their eyes too. You just gotta pay attention and be humble enough to realize it. Thank you, Mama. Didn't know about non-sound. Yeah, there are some planes of existence where there is no sound. And I pay attention to this. I don't know how many of you astral travel. I I've been going back on astral. I have been astral traveling, outside crescent moons and stuff like that. I traveled at a half moon somewhere. It was not quite half. It could have been right around 60% effect. I mean, illumination. And but I did some things, but that's beside the point. But in your astroscape, in your dreamscape, there is no sound. You just think it's sound. I'm gonna say it again. There is no sound in your astroscapes. Okay? When you leave here, there will be no sound. Sound is something that is so earthly. Okay? You will need no sound when you transition and go to the other side. Because everything, all communication happens at the drop of the hat. You are already in the knowing. You're in the knowing. Nobody has to actually speak a word to you because you are in the all knowing. Okay? I have had OBEs where I'm telling you there was no sound. There was no sound. They don't talk with their voices like we do. Like I'm talking out of my vocal box. You don't need that over there. Animals don't need it neither. Okay, that's interesting that you're talking about that, Jackie. They said there's so many what you call them, dragonflies out there until it's messing up the radar. They're not sure, what's going on. They thought a tsunami was coming to Hawaii because it was so many dragonflies in the sky. I don't know if these are lab dragonflies or if it's something else coming. But we need to look that dragonfly up and see what's going on with that. Raymond said, yeah, it's often seen in cats. Look at their eyes when they are sensing something or about to pounce. Uh-huh. Yeah, we can all read the language of the animals, and they can definitely read our language. I never will forget one of my little white cats. His name was Mr. Pie. We would call him Pookie Pie or Mr. Pie. Mr. Pie was so squeamish, and he was an outdoor cat, and he didn't care for inside. And somebody was telling me, when I was moving, you might not want to take this cat because this cat is used to being outside. This is his element and everything. This is what he's grown accustomed to because they say it's hard for cats to move. So, anyways, Mr. Pie was standing there with me, and I was talking to this lady that lived two houses down, and I was like, I gotta move, and I need a home for Mr. Pie, and she said, okay then, she said, he's always down here to my house and everything, what, I'll just feed him and keep an eye on him and everything. And stuff and everything, and we kept talking because we would always talk all the time. And sure enough, when we got through talking, she was going to pick him up. I mean, she hadn't even done it yet. I'm just gonna be honest. She hadn't extended her arm out or done anything. He heard everything I said. Okay, so by the time she was thinking she was ready, okay, to get Mr. Pie, he was already gone. So that means what I'm trying to say is this right here. Mr. Pie, had already heard me and the neighbors conversation. So if you're talking, let me give you another example. Okay, that dog down the street. Oh man, that dog used to come over here when we first moved here. He loved us to death. The neighbor's dog up the street. How about now we have trouble with the dog? Dog come in the yard, shit in the yard, do all kind of things to aggravate us. And I told Willie, I said, because he sits there and he listens to his owners talk about us. He know everything they are saying. Animals are smart. You can hold a whole conversation with them. Just because they ain't talking, it don't mean they don't understand what you talking about. They get it. Jackie said the dragonflies are huge. They look a little different too. Like I said, I'm used to the straight back black ones, but these are like got curled tails and they're coming in different colors. I was talking about that last night. Milton said Harley Golden Dawn used to teach their students to astral travel, was to get them to sit or lay down and stare at a single point till the world faded away and venture astral travel if you do it. Hmm. Okay. So let's talk. Hello, Papa McDonald. How you doing? Miami in the house. I heard that. How's that weather down there? It cooled off a little bit here, so I was able to get out in the yard and do a few things. Did it cool off down there? Okay, Chestnut already said it for me. Ding dong. Hey, Zahava. How you doing? I'm going up to see what we got going on here. Astra said, I dreamed that my deceased cat came to visit me last night. I wonder if it was real. Yes, because see, the astral realm is where our dearly departed dwells. And that's and we can call them to that place when we go to sleep and we can love them and conversate with them and do the things we used to do with them. I'm reading the chat, y'all. Chastain said, I talk to cats and one walks with me halfway to the bus sometimes. He cute, he orange. Oh, cats love witches. We have a symbiotic relationship, don't we? At the temple, I got two cats. They're not my cats, they're somebody else's cats, but they always meet and greet me and everything. Like they happy to see me and stuff. And I always say I want to bring some food to that black one because it's so skinny. And then I have the little gray cat here next door. It always come here, like when I'm watering the plants or whatever. It sits in the garden and watches me. All the lizards and all the frogs, all the toads, they come to mama. And the squirrels. Uh, hey, the mommy rituals. She said, when I was expecting, I lived in South Carolina in the backwoods. I could remember the spiders studying my moves. Oh, yes, they are very heightened in awareness. They can see. Don't believe them when they say spiders can't see or they see double and triple vision and all of that stuff. They don't know how no spiders see. I think cockroaches are some of the most evolved creatures here on the planet. We tend to despise them because they like crawling over you and stuff and biting you and stuff like that. But they are very evolved to a point where they don't even really necessarily need their wings no more, but sometimes they will fly. But the reason why I say they are so evolved is because, They gonna be here when we all gone. That cockroach is smart. He can do all kind of things. He can swim. He can fly. Come on now. They're very intelligent. And I don't know if they can see or not because they do have these little antennas that they just touch and feel around with. You know what I'm saying? Very primitive because they also go back and they don't, they can't. I'm thinking, and I might be wrong, I don't think they can really see the way we see, and I don't think they can hear the way we hear. I think everything is vibrational for them. You know what I'm saying? So that's a very primitive, advanced sensory system that the cockroach has. You know, and we got to remember that Ochun loves cockroaches. No, Yamaya, I'm sorry. Yamaya loves cockroaches. So if you get a visit from some cockroaches, maybe she's in the house. She love water bugs, okay? So those are if you are Yamaya's child, you need to know, okay, that that's very sacred to her. The cockroach is very sacred to Yamaya. Okay? See, this thing wants to not charge. Okay. Got you going. Jackie says she loves squirrels. I remember Jackie loves some squirrels. Jackie, I hadn't been seeing the squirrels around here lately. I guess it's been too hot. Maybe they've gone up there where you are to keep cool. I want to do squirrels travel long distance because you can have all of these, honey. You can have them all. I know they're getting ready to get these acorns and stuff in the tree. Oh, it's going to be a headache. I ain't too fond of those squirrels. When I be doing videos and stuff, those squirrels be hollering at me while I'm walking around in there, making their little noises and stuff. I'm like, I hear you. Nigga, I hear you up there in that tree. Okay. Milton said, I personally hunt most of my food and water is more than abundant where I live. The only thing I would out of it, they took away the supermarkets, is chocolate. And I have to replace sugar with honey. You don't need no chocolate? Or you don't? Your chocolate and you have to replace sugar with honey? You don't need no honey and you don't need no chocolate. You cannot get no real chocolate here. That's not real. I don't know what that is they serving. And you don't want that sugar either. I'm reading the chat, y'all. Okay, Gabby says she was talking to the squirrel and she swear that squirrel understood everything she said. Milton said when people get the taste for freedom, it is hard to remove them and is met with much violence for it's worth fighting for. They may try to take witchcraft away, but it's not going to happen. Raymond says humans are burdened by their ego and some are easily programmed. That's right. Raymond said, I think that animals communicate telepathically. Jack said, that's why I don't believe in good and evil. There's only balance. Okay. Earth Color Portal said, energy is moving quick too. Even for baby witches. Did a protection spell yesterday and it took effect immediately. It took me by surprise. Okay. So let's get into the subject matter, y'all. Woo woo. Uh 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 uh. Let's see what Flower Bomb and Jackie talking about. Laughing my ass off, Jackie. My people be fucking them up in the astro. I just sit back and laugh. Okay. I kill spiders every chance I get. I've told them to stay out of my house. Now, I'm going to tell y'all what they said. They said it's bad luck to kill a spider. I just killed one just a minute ago. but they claim it's bad luck. I killed one today, and I killed one a few days ago, y'all. I sure did. But now some of them, we don't supposed to touch them. Witches don't supposed to be killing them grandfather spiders. The grandfather spiders guard the house, and they kill like the brown recluses and stuff. They love brown recluses, so spiders tend to gravitate to witches. They love to come in and protect us. But some witches understand that spiders are spies. Spider, spy. So some witches can spy on you. They sure can. Some witches can spy on you using certain critters and stuff like that. Astro said, I keep all my spiders. When you are a witch trying to reach the an advanced state of consciousness, you're not to kill anything, is what they say. Now, honey, I am guilty, honey, because if I see a spider and I think he gonna bite me, I'm gonna get him. Okay, I'm gonna get him. And it's I don't kill some insects and stuff like that. If a mosquito get on me, I'm gonna get him. But they say you don't. They say when you're trying to elevate your consciousness, you're not to kill insects or animals. Is what they say. Okay. Mama Ritual laughing. They say you aren't supposed to do it. Jackie said, Mama, I had a bad spider bite a few years ago. I was in the hospital on IV antibiotics. They better get their own. I don't blame you. I mean, cause see, that's the part of me that I can't. If anything is holding me back, it may be some of those things and stuff like that. But seriously, I'm just gonna be honest with you all. When you're elevating consciousness and you're looking for, you know what I'm saying, these things and stuff, there are a lot of guidelines that I miss out on that I should do. Like it's real meticulous, like if you knock something down in the store, you're looking at a rack of clothing, you knock something down, something is watching you and grading you. You're supposed to pick that up and hang it back up. We be too lazy to pick it up. We leave it down. We're supposed to do community services in our communities. We're supposed to help. It's such a humanitarian job, and you're being evaluated. You're supposed to keep your house really tidy, really clean, really organized, and stuff like that. You to an extent, because I don't care what nobody said. Psychics and stuff like that, witches and stuff, sometimes can be real junky and dirty, but they have to do it that way. And I'll get into that a little bit later. I'm just getting so sleepy, y'all. I don't know what it is, honey. I'm getting sleepy up in here. I said I was going to go live, and I had promised y'all that, and I do apologize. I said I was going to go live and let you see me all live in color, but I could not get to the camera for nothing in the world. I had so much going on and really didn't accomplish nothing today. Really didn't. But I really got a job to do today, man. Somebody bought one of them Get A dolls. Woo! My goodness, y'all be praying for me, honey, because you got to have some energy to do them dolls. You got to have a lot of energy. Them dolls ain't nothing to play with neither. So if you listening to me, I'm getting on your doll, but the doll has to look like you. Can't look like my Get A. Can't look like me. Got to look like you. You know what I'm saying? You got to have your soul tie with the doll and not necessarily me. Oh, y'all, I am just zonked, y'all. What is wrong with mom over here zonked like that? I ain't did that. I got up at 11 o'clock and I'm zonked. So I might need some nighttime sleep for a change, huh? Hey, Oni. Oni said the mosquito is the secretary of the deity of disease and pestilence, and his name in Africa is Chipona. The reason why I tell people mosquitoes are very much lab. They are lab developed. I do not believe they provide a balance to the ecosystem. I can tell that flies provide a balance to the ecosystem because they are here to make sure that their just bodies just laying just out in the opening if the body's not buried. before we were burying bodies, and like animals that die, their position in the ecosystem is to consume the body and then allow the elements to deal with the bones, the skeleton, and stuff like that. I mean, just looking at it, you can see where everything is contributing to whatever it's supposed to. But a mosquito coming in to bite you and draw your blood and infect you, come on now. I believe that mosquitoes are something very new and introduced into the population to keep us sick and going back and forth to big farm. Okay. We need some malaria pills here. Okay, we got the dengue fever, we got cholera, we got yellow fever. See what I'm saying? We got the West Nile virus. All of that stuff is lab, y'all. Lab produced. Sexually transmitted diseases are lab produced. They're modified agents, biological agents, and the purpose for those is to discourage or keep the population down. My goodness, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? We're very much like the animals. I mean, you never heard of a horse having a sexually transmitted disease, have you? Never heard of a dog having one. Okay, cats don't get them. Wildebeest don't get them. What else I want to say? Deers. Y'all get the message. Sharks and whales and all of them. They do not. Humans are the only, okay, beings on this planet that get STDs. And it is because the mad scientists are daily creating the next bug. They're working on something right now, as I always say. They got something that coming up pretty soon, man. Whoo, it's gonna turn folks into zombies. It's gonna be a crazy epidemic, y'all, coming out soon. I hate to just fling things out, but I'm gonna start talking about it. Okay, but now here's the thing. Let's talk flower bomb. Flower bomb say they say cats have HIV or something like that. Look, check this out. Listen to this. You can go in the wild amongst wild animals, and they don't have this type of stuff because they eat the natural foods that is designated to them by nature. Anything that eats foods that are produced in laboratories, dog food is produced in labs, okay? Cat foods is produced in labs. Most of our foods, if you eating processed foods, are produced in labs. Am I right, y'all? Am I right? This is where all of these things are coming from. So yes, dogs have parvo, dogs have all these different viruses, and dogs eat what? Lab made foods. Hello? Cats, the same. Us, the same. Potato chips, hot dogs, sausages, bacon, all of this stuff. It's what's creating an environment in our bodies where our immune systems do not recognize cancer cells, which cancer cells naturally produced in our bodies. Okay? But it's up to a healthy functioning immune system to take care of that. But if you're eating these processed foods, guess what? You're weakening your immune system. If you have been infected by one of these biological agents, it works hand in hand with the food, the processed food, with the franken foods and the franken fruits, like somebody was saying a little while ago. So, yes, cats probably do have viruses. But if you look at it, cats do eat what? Lab foods. Dogs getting cancers and cats getting cancers and humans getting cancers and viruses and all of that. Like I said, viruses are made in labs. Those are biological weapons. That's what they are. You know, rabies, biological weapons. I do believe that they do infect bats and release them out in the population. Yeah. You know, mosquitoes, I do believe they have them in labs, and they infect them with these different viruses, and then they put these planes release them. I never will forget. I used to love to go to the auction on Thursdays and stuff and fantasize about getting those cars from the auction and everything. And every Thursday, I promise you all, because there would be a lot of people outside. There'd be a little small twin engine plane that will fly over, and guess what? These little white feathery bugs would fly down. And I'm like, okay. I started putting two and two together. I'm like, okay, I see what I see how y'all rolling. There's no telling what those little tiny white bugs was gonna do. What they're doing, you don't know. With so many insects popping up, new insects are popping up. I've been reading up on that. I'm like, where are these new insects coming from? And I'm seeing new insects here too. But I don't know. Maybe because I'm out here in the backwoods of Alabama. But I saw a fly about the size of my pinky finger today. Not my pinky finger, the pinky. And I'm like, God damn, you the biggest horsefly I ever seen in my life. Woo! Honest said this place is safe. Milton said, I'm very careful research the dog food before I give it to my one if he's not just eating whatever I've killed and anybody seen you shouldn't kill obviously doesn't eat. Undead, how you doing? Undead Goddess said a cat's sense of smell is stronger than a dog's, along with their hearing and agility. Milton saying Milton says using chimp plasma gave us AIDS from chimps. Flower Bomb say you can't pay me to eat fast food. Good hunty. With all of this stuff, and I'm telling you, I have been guilty. I have been struggling with my addiction, Flower Bomb, with these doggone hamburger. But I stopped now. Come to tell you something. Y'all had got on me and y'all told me to start eating the living food. So I started eating the living food. I started getting more clarity. Thinking. My thinking was like good. I mean, I was like, wow, I feel a huge difference and everything. And then I backslid. All of a sudden, I started craving stuff that I don't eat. I don't even eat cheeseburgers. I don't. But something was toying with me and making me. It was calling me. It was like, you gotta get you a cheeseburger. And I'm like, I don't eat that. And so then I ate it, and it tastes really good. And I was like, wow, this is really good. And after eating that Wendy's burger, and that was like what, last month sometime, I couldn't help it. I kept on going back and forth, getting that same old burger over and over and over again. And some told me, you better stop. And guess what? I started feeling sluggish. I started feeling real, real sluggish and tired. Even had went over there and ate a piece of Kentucky Fried Chicken, and I was like, why do I feel so sluggish? And then something said, it said, look, to whom much is given, much is required. So if you know better, you got to do better. Y'all, and I'm telling you, them damn cheeseburgers and hamburgers and the cheeseburger, hamburgers, whatever you want to call it, and fried chicken took a toll on my body. Y'all don't eat it. Try not to try your best not to eat that. We'll tend to do it because it's so quick. It's just something, hey, you on the road, you busy, you just grab it because it takes so much time to prepare your food and stuff. I don't know, some people don't take much time because they do it all the time so they can do it efficiently. But honey, I've been under the weather, honey, food them damn hamburgers and French fry. Ooh, cha. I can't do the mama that got too old. Mama got to have all of the living food she can get. Cause see, take care of yourself while y'all young. Cause when you get up here, however you have treated yourself then, it's gonna come back tell on you, and it's gonna whoop you too. It's gonna whoop you bad. Milton said, anybody mocking zombies, just remember, have a look at the McDonald's workers and other fast food restaurant workers. They are zombies and they are going to rise up and we must kill them when it's time. Oh, listen to Milton. Because they are going to bite you and they're going to scratch and fight you. It's already done got started. These people don't have the ability to reason and think. Like when you're driving on the road and these people have the road rage and they're out of control. And I've been hearing about young women driving over each other and people just doing some things that are just totally crazy and out there. It's just like, you have to ask the question, what is fueling this? We all are fueled by something. I don't know if you're fueled by the avocado, the onions, the mushrooms, all of the living foods. Are you being fueled by foods that are programmed, and foods that have biological agents in it, like your cheeseburgers, your chicken, and your French fries and your pizza and all that? And see, these people don't have anything on board. They don't have any nutrients. So their brains have nothing that it can use to function. I just say a person that's eating their vegetables and stuff like that is not going to act just like ridiculous. Okay? I was in the store today in Home Depot, and a man, he had this fat huge poodle, and I'm like, this is the biggest this is the fattest poodle I have ever seen in my life. He was so fat he couldn't even walk, and he was just everywhere. The man had to stop and let the poodle just lay there, just lay down, just lay down. And so, we asked him, what kind of dog it was. He said, well, can't you see it's a poodle? I'm like, we thought it was another breed of animals because I've never seen an overweight poodle before. And so I said, he tired. He trying to get his rest, ain't it? He said, yeah, he just got through eating 2 cheeseburgers. He said, every day he takes the dog to McDonald's. Did y'all hear me? Did y'all hear me? The dog was so fat he couldn't even walk. All he could do is just sit there and pant. I said, this is the reason why I don't need to eat no more of them cheeseburgers no more, because that dog over there struggling. Honestly, that is crazy. The dog had 2 cheeseburgers. Two of them. So that dog ain't gonna be here for much longer because he can't even hardly move. Mike said, poor little dog. Earth Color said, a fat poodle, LOL. I'm done. Oh, I should have took a picture of it so y'all can see it. It just wobbling. Stomach all hanging down, just wobbling. Just had to just lay down. And he just stopped and let it take a break. And you can tell it's a fairly young poodle. It didn't look no more than 4 years old. It's not like it was an old poodle. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just a lot of bad habits. He eat the burgers, and the man, he looked bad. Just like I say, your drug of habit will show all over your face, your addiction. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's meth. I don't care if it's heroin, crack. Your face is going to show it, okay? And his face was showing that, McDonald's was like something that he just couldn't get out of his system. You can see it all in his face. He had all these crater marks in his face and stuff. He's an older fella and everything. Belly sticking. I had this huge beer belly and these skinny legs and these boots on. And I'm like, okay, you really repping Ronald McDonald, dude. You really repping him. Thank you, Undead Goddess says, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Mama definitely would appreciate that, y'all. Jacket said, at Earth Portal, shoot them in the head. So you see somebody acting kind of suspicious, looking kind of crazy and everything, you better run, honey. Cause once they bite you, you're gonna get infected. LOL, fat was dog. You said Chastain. The mama ritual said poor poodle. Now that dog now is addicted. If he's buying that dog 2 cheeseburgers a day, and you got to wean that dog off of that, so the dog won't go cold turkey. Earth Color Portal said, how do we defend ourselves from the zombies? You got to stay out the areas that they dwell in. What are those areas? They're mostly in the in the hood. I'm not saying you can't live in the hood. I'm talking about cuz not everybody in the hood is not a zombie. Let's get that straight, okay? I've lived in the hood. We weren't zombies. But I'm talking places they dwell. What are the places they dwell? If you in a hood McDonald's, you gonna meet one. If you're in the hood of Burger King, you gonna meet them. The hood of Walmart. These are the different places that they dwell, and they're dangerous now. They're dangerous, man. Depending on how infected they are and how advanced that infection is with them, they are dangerous. They will run over you. They cause a lot of drama. You can see it on the internet. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all look at it. You look at it. Look at these fights and rumbles, okay, in Taco Bells and all these different places. How you protect yourself? Stay away from the places that they tend to. How we gonna have it? Gather. So if you know you asking for trouble now, cause see, they can get you in a whole bunch of trouble if you are a person that you're an alpha female or something like that, and you like to get people told, get them straight when they get smart with you. You may wind up in jail, or you might wind up getting hurt. Cause I'm telling you that they got this animalistic look in their eyes when they at you. They at you. Hello. Cause what I seen one time at a rallies, and I had to ask myself, what am I doing at this rallies? I had put the video up where this girl, um it was crazy. You have to go to the window to go to the rally. So if you're in Georgia, y'all call it a checkers. And she was arguing back and forth with the girl on the cash register about her food. Oh, they always get to arguing. You better get their food right, okay? And so the girl inside of the window got so mad she picked up the cash register and threw it at the glass. Good thing it was glass there because that cash register would have tore that girl's face up. I called the manager the next day, and y'all know what she said. Please don't call corporate on my girls. These are the only girls I can get to work. These are young teenage girls, and they need their jobs. And please don't report us. Do y'all hear me? Somebody could have got hurt. Flower Bomb said, please rate and subscribe, everyone. So that's where they at. If you want to know where they at, that's where they at. Okay. Some done tuck over their brains. Look at that fried chicken, the fried chicken situation. That fried chicken hamburger sandwich. I don't know what this fried chicken sandwich over there at the Kentucky Fried Chicken. Y'all see that? That's the zombie apocalypse right there. Milton said, I'm not sure if it happens in New Zealand, but these fights in these stores, okay, fast food restaurants, good for a laugh online. I have never seen one in person, but I would piss myself laughing if I did. Oh man, it's out of control here, honey. You come here, honey, and you go to the hood over here where these restaurants at. This is what you're gonna see. And a lot of what it is you just dealing with people and stuff like that are having a difficult time financially, and they have not been taught how to budget money, and they haven't been taught like basic skills on credit, and just basic skills on life, and then Most of them, not all of them, are they're not educated, and they don't have degrees or whatever. And I'm not saying you gotta have a degree. I'm just saying this is some of the statistics in these areas. Okay, that's all. And you have a lot of mothers there that are overwhelmed with these bad fathers that are not in their daughters and their sons' life, and it's a perpetual cycle of producing the same situation over and over again, and these people are just fed up. You know what I'm saying? They're fed up. Trying to make the paycheck stretch from one paycheck to the next. Some of them, the rent is due and they ain't got it. And the reason why a lot of them eat this food is because this is sometimes the cheapest thing you can go and eat. It's cheaper than vegetables, and fruits are expensive. I'm gonna tell you that now. To eat healthy, it costs some money. So you got 4 kids, and you call yourself trying to eat real healthy like that when one avocado is costing $1.50. We finally got our avocados back. Last week we had a shortage of avocados, but it costs some money. So now they ain't got no choice but to go to Kentucky Fried Chicken, give me some baked beans and a little couple mashed potatoes and 2 pieces of fried chicken, a leg and a thigh, and a biscuit and a cookie and a Coca-Cola. Okay? None of that is going to give your body medicine. None of it. None of it. And this is what produces the zombie. Jackie said, Popeyes. Pope, yes, y'all. Better pay attention. They're using fast food to make you suitable for human consumption. Okay? Ani say that chicken sandwich was the worst thing I ever seen in years. Milton said, I live over $100 a week, New Zealand, which is about half that in American. And I've never fought in a fast food restaurant, but it does sound like fun. Oh, now you don't want to get in the midst of this mess now, cause some folks done got murked. Okay, it ain't that fun to be in a situation like that when you around these people like that, hollering and screaming and yelling and everything at each other. You don't want to be there. Some of them will shoot you, and some of them will drive over you, honey. You can just be standing there. They will drive over on top of you. Look online. You'll see it. When I lived in Birmingham, I had to deal with it all the time because I was in the hood, going to them hood restaurants. Hello? Yes, I ain't gonna lie. That's why I was. I was up there in the hood, Captain D's, trying to get me a flounder and some coleslaw and French fries and a Coca-Cola. And when you go up in there like that, you skip me. And you this and you that. And then the folks at the cash register act the same way with attitudes. And I know they acting like that with an attitude because, the paycheck don't be nothing. So they ain't got nothing to lose. You ain't making but $8 or $9 an hour. That's one of your second jobs. You're tired because you just left the other job. And you ain't got time to be bothered. Some of them want a boss and act like it's they store. They got this power trip. This is my store. And I can ask you to leave. This is what I was dealing with up there in Birmingham. It was a mess, honey. I found so much peace getting the hell away from up there. I would never, unless it's got to be an emergency. I don't ever want to live in Birmingham ever again in my life. And them folks up there crazy. And them women up there will shoot you. One of these women that went to school with my son, went to high school with my son, shot somebody, shot another mother. So she's in prison now. He's like, oh my God, I knew that girl. And she was the sweetest little thing. How in the world she get a gun and go somewhere and shoot somebody like that? But that's what they doing. They program. I call them hood soldiers. Okay? That's exactly what they are. The Mama Ritual said, Mama is not funny but scary, but you explained it right. Yeah. Okay, so it sounds like you kind of got an idea like how this shit goes. And people don't realize, over there where I used to stay at, man, we used to stay in Ensley. We stayed in Ensley, and you would just hear shooting, or just random shooting. I never will forget New Year's, honey. They went to they lit that place up New Year. I mean, it started early that morning. The day New Year's Eve, they had Uzis, y'all. They had Uzis. Anytime you hear that ain't no regular gun. Boy, it was like bombs over Baghdad over now. And I remember it just went on all that night. The skies were just lit up. You smell gun smoke all in the air, everywhere, y'all, everywhere. And I called myself calling the cops, because it was night. The kids were scared. I just told them, I said, y'all just lay down on the ground. Because usually they'll stop right around 12:30. Honey, they finished all through the night with that and stuff. We just all lay on the floor. We laid on the floor. And I called the cops. I was calling. I said, look, y'all. I said, they just shooting. They just shooting. They shooting. We scared. We're scared. The children scared. And the lady said, ma'am, we're scared too. I'm sorry, we're not able to send nobody out there. And then no one showed up. Nobody came. Nobody came. So I got the hell up out that damn neighborhood quick. Do you hear me? That's why I said gentrification ain't all that bad. Right now, Ansel is going through gentrification. It's being gentrified. I think it is needed. If you're not going to have any respect for your neighborhood, you understand? You're going to hurt each other. Then guess what? The globalists should come and take your shit, okay? And give it to somebody who's going to take care of it. And that's what's going on over there right now. And that morning we woke up, y'all. It was shell casings on the roof and shell casings on the ground. So I was like, okay, they weren't playing. Yes, shell casings they were scattered all up and down the street and stuff. They don't care up there in Birmingham. Okay, Undead said when the highway is dead, people like to race and burn tires. Okay. Mildred said, I might not make any friends of saying this, that America needs a license system for guns like New Zealand has. We've only had 2 shootings instances in the last 30 or so years. But you got to understand, Milton, here in the United States of America, our government, okay, give the guns to the gangsters in the hood. Hello? Yes, they do. Because some of these automatic weapons, I mean, come on. Who gave you these? You can't just go anywhere and just buy these kind of weapons and stuff like that. You understand? So these are inside jobs. So they want the weapons there so that the people in the hood can kill each other. So America would never want a gun license. Now we do have gun license in America now. We do have that. You have to have a license in order to get a gun. But you can still get a gun without a license here because you got people that sell guns undercover and automatic weapons and stuff. That's right. The Mama Ritual right. She says, yes, mama, drugs and guns. They give the guns and the drugs to the gangsters in the hood. They want them to have them. The drugs is to pacify people that are irritated and restless. These are the people who they're not going to be getting degrees. They're not going to be productive people in society. They don't have the capability to do so. So what are you going to do with these influx of useless eaters? You're going to give them some drugs so that they can eventually kill themselves. You're going to give them guns so that they can kill themselves, so that they can either be dead or eventually be in the system, be locked up behind bars. Okay. America got more prisons than any other country I have read. Okay? So they got a purpose for them guns being out there. They want you to have one too. They want all of us to have one. They give them a reason to lock our asses up. Okay. Chastain said, yep, inside jobs like the government give us drugs to sell in the hood and lock you up for selling it. There you go. That's it right there. Honey said, ain't no ooze made in Harlem, okay? Nino Brown in Jack City. That's what I was saying. Where they coming from? What ooze is coming from? What do, if I want a Uzi right now, what do I go and buy one from? Okay? Okay, Earth Code said, ding dong. Okay, I like that. Undead Goddess said the mobs is the feds, the CIA, or the federal court system. Of course, this country is ran by mobsters and gangsters and everything. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, you understand? So this is just something that you got to get used to, Milton. These are our masters. I don't know why my nose want to stop up all of a sudden. Okay, the mommy ritual said those vibes are scary, but hood soldiers like it. Chastain says the United Snakes of America. Okay, so how is the weather in New Zealand? I heard your temperatures are dropping in New Zealand. I mean, your temperatures are rising in New Zealand. I heard y'all hit 80 degrees. What was that like for you all to hit 80 degrees? Is it true? I mean, is this just something that people are saying out there? Or did it really hit 80 degrees up there in New Zealand? Do you feel a climate change? Milton? Milton said, I just don't understand why Americans sell machine guns over the counter. I don't know what the fuck you were hunting to need a machine gun, but I don't think they have any good intentions with them. Okay. Honestly, a Phoenix Core said they will give you the tools to destroy yourself. Right. Chastain said, yep, instead, and inside jobs like the government. Okay, yeah, we already read that. Okay, so the reason why I want to do this video is because, like I said, many of us are elemental witches. And I'm gonna go ahead and end this in just a bit and everything, because I think I'm just gonna go ahead on and start chilling, because y'all, I got to make a good day doll. And I don't know if you listen or not, but if you don't mind, and just let me know if you don't want me to. I'm gonna show the Get A doll um to everybody. I don't know. Do you want me to show it? You have a problem with it? I'm sure you'll text me and tell me no, or you may not be watching. But with the permission of this individual, I'm gonna let y'all see it, because I've never made a Get A doll for anyone else other than myself. Oh yeah. The Bobby Richard said, "Feel better, mama." Yeah, today my energy levels were kind of low for the last few days. Like I told you, I've been dealing with this man ever since he been inside the temple and everything. I've been having, he's been just drinking my energy. I want him to hurry up and get up out of there. Um, I told him it's some things he didn't do. I got to get him to finish the bathroom. I mean the closets up, and painting all of the windows upstairs, and finishing up a bathroom. He had to tear the whole bathroom out and stuff like that. And with the clawfoot tub chandelier and everything. I can't wait to show it to you all. I'm hoping that it turns out okay. Anybody in here knows anything about Victorian homes? Because I was trying to see, should I go with ceramic tile on the bathtub, in the bathroom where I have the Victorian tub and sink, or should I go with, because they got a waterproof hardwood. It looks just like hardwood and it is waterproof. And or should I just go ahead and go with ceramic tiles? I was just trying to get y'all an idea what y'all think. Okay. M. Jones, how are you? M. Jones said, my son and I just woke up with stuffy nose, and he has a little mucus cough well to change. Look, let me talk to you. Are you in the South? Because I don't think any of this that we're going through is just a coincidence. I think it's like a chemical that they disperse to control weather and stuff like that. Because I can kind of faintly smell it, but I'm not sure if it's a chemical that they've released that's ailing my nose, or if it's those cotton fields. When those cotton fields are across the street, once that cotton blooms, I tend to get stuffy and feel like a scratchy throat sometimes from that. So I'm not really sure. But if you say you experiencing something like that too, it makes me wonder what is going on. The mommy ritual says, Mama, you got good fancy taste. Fancy is better, especially if it's waterproof. Yeah, because I think I might just try the waterproof hardwoods. Because I think in the Victorian era, that's exactly what they had. They had those big wide board wooden floors. So I think I'm gonna do that. That is cool. I thought that was somebody did that in the chat. There's somebody who tell me good morning. I don't know who you are, honey, but you are very dedicated. This person tells me good morning every single morning. I don't know who they are, but honey, they don't ever forget about me. Man, that's a lot of energy and stuff like that. But that's so sweet. And so if you in the chat room, good morning to you too. Astro said, "What if it's the vampire?" Well, just in case it, I don't even respond. But I know that it's not. I don't know. I don't know. Let's put it like this right here. If it is a vampire, I don't give it no response. The vampire got another job too. You don't know. I know, but I know you got another job. The vampire got all of its credit collecting agents calling me, and they called me about different little things and stuff, that where he didn't meet his credit obligations and stuff, and they all said that he said I am his wife. So we got to get this shit straight. So if you're listening, I am not your wife, okay? Stop sending in. And I got 4 or 5 pieces of mail from you, like back to back, and these are the same mails from the same person. Now, look, let me tell you something. I don't want to tell you what I'm going to tell you, okay? Don't send that to my house no more. How would you like it? And I ain't finna say that. I ain't gonna say it because you listening. Tell them what you would try to do. You probably try to come over here and strangle somebody or something like that. So I ain't finna say that, but I'm like this right here. You stop. Don't. If you know what's good for you, you better stop sending your mail here and stop these people from calling me and stuff like that. I know you got an ambulance bill. They called me talking about, hi, Miss. Oh, I almost called your name. And look, stop telling these people I'm your wife. You're lying. That's pitiful when another man have to call somebody else's wife they wife. That's sick. And see, this kind of stuff will affect your luck. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with a bad jinx person. Next thing you know, you got jinx, and because it's some things that happened to me, I can tell that this individual had some bad luck jinx stuff that was residue on me. I could tell. Doors that used to swing open real fast wasn't swinging open as quick. And it was because I was dealing with a vampire. Uh-huh. Papa McDonald said he's coming back from the club drunk. Okay. Milton says, I don't live in the North Island. I don't know how hot it got over there. We average about 11 degrees Celsius and a mid to high 30s in the summer. Okay, well then that ain't bad because I've read some reports where they say y'all was hitting 80. Shit. Right about now, baby, I'll take 30s right now. 30s. 30s sound pretty good. 30 degrees in the summertime? For real? That's unbelievable. What? So that means in the summertime you are burning coal or wood, or you using gas or something like that to heat your house up in the summertime, Milton. Okay. Okay. Papa McDonald said, "Wake Mr. Willie up." Hello. Jackie said, "If he come over there, I'm sure he'll come up missing real quick." Oh, he don't want none of this. Cause little Susie is cocked and ready to fire. He don't want none of this. Zahava says, "And how are you? I think I spoke to you once before. Definitely something in the air, Mama. A few weeks back, I was in my car with the AC on, and there was a yellowish dust that flew through the vents. Oh, now I saw some of that today. When my son came over here to cut my grass, it was everywhere. Some yellowish looking dust. Ani said it was in the 80s up the northeastern region today. Well, yesterday. Yeah, and so that this site website I went to said that there was a source that said that the witches are responsible for this unimaginable heat that we have been experiencing. I had wanted to talk to y'all about that. Look like I'm getting lost in all of it though right now. I'm getting lost in all of it. I'm trying to figure out what's up with the sleepiness. You know what I'm saying? Ever since that man been up in at my house, I got to get him out of there. All his things in my house, and I'm starting to feel like that's his house and not mine. Y'all, what should I do? I'm going over there tomorrow. I gotta go. I gotta get me some rest to go in that thing, cause when I go up in there in that room, it's a room that he be in all the time. All this stuff in there. That's the room I can't go in. I'm gonna have to get me some oil. I'm gonna film me going in there anointing all of the rooms with anointing oil and set my candles up and stuff. I just feel like we ain't getting nowhere. It's like it'll probably move faster if I could stay inside of that house. Is it getting down to that point where I'm gonna have to just stay down there to make this situation move quicker? It's just not moving quick enough for me. I don't know. Earth Color Portal, so I sent you some energy 30 minutes ago. Hope it helped. Thank you. M. Jones said, "My son and I just woke up." Okay, we talked about that. Weather changing. That's what M. Jones says it is. Yeah. Mommy, rituals, I got to do something because, see, what I'm really pissed off about is my spirits probably can't stay in there and celebrate. And they were the reason why I was able to get the temple. And they can't stay in there and celebrate because these Christian spirits are in there doing their celebrations, running my spirits off. So it's like my spirits don't have anything. So I'm really getting frustrated right now and perturbed to a point where I'm just like ready to say, "Hey, look, can you get your things?" Because I mean, I want to give you a date. I mean, I need all of your things out of here in 10 days. Okay. So I'm really wanting you to move this because I got somebody else coming here pretty soon. I'm having to make up some. I got some other folks that's going to be moving in. So I need all your items out. I need you out of here in 10 days. My spirits need to be up in there. I ain't going to tell him that. But my spirits need to be up in there celebrating and shit. I'm over here getting mad, sweating and stuff. Every time I think about it, that's his damn house. You got all your tools and shit and ladders and everything all over the place. I don't even want to talk about it. Just making me mad. I want to be in there right now, banging on the tambourines and shaking my maracas I'm going over there tomorrow, y'all. Don't let me forget to take the candles over there now and the incenses. Because I've been a forgot. Yeah, he taking too long, Mama Richards. I that's just too long. He been in at my house too long and they're singing church songs and stuff. He doing that because you can hear the acoustic echoes and stuff up in there and shit. And it's so much to be done. Oh my God. I mean, like some of the windows got to be modified. The glass pane about to fall out of. I'm like, damn, these people is crazy, you know. And one thing about this guy, he gave me a good deal with the plumbing and all that. And I'm like, dude, I don't want my plumbing leaking, but it's some plumbing that got issues that got to be addressed. But these people went and put all this money into remodeling this house, but yet I don't complain about it. I'm not gonna even talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Cause what they did allowed me to get it, but I just don't see. I just feel like the things that are important are like plumbings and roofs and wires and stuff like that. I think that stuff is important. I just couldn't see myself masking a house with beautiful remodeling and then just letting just sewage and stuff leak all over the floors. Isn't that kind of backwards, y'all? Hmm. Okay, so look at Jacket. Jacket said, Zahava girl, I be so sleepy. I don't know what it is. Me too. I've been feeling that too. I've been feeling that for the last few days since it started about 4 or 5 days ago with that man in there painting that house. He got the upstairs painted real well and everything, but like I said, he got 10 days. When I got it, we supposed to have met him yesterday. But Mr. Willie couldn't get off work on time and for us to get down there because it take an hour to get down there. That really sucks, man. You know, I supposed to see him Monday, and the longer it takes for us to get down there to see him, me and Mr. Willie, Mr. Willie have to go with me because this man be driving me crazy. I ain't finna be arguing. Me and Mr. Willie was arguing. They were arguing because he has a habit of wanting his money before he finish his work. So it'll be a lot of fussing. So I don't know, y'all, if I should even keep him hanging around. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But we got to meet him Monday, and I'm gonna tell him. I said, look, you got 10 days. I need all of this work finished in 10 days because I'm turning this into an Airbnb. I want my first customers in here within these 10-day periods. So all your stuff gotta be out. That's what I'm gonna tell him. Thank y'all for helping me to come up with an excuse. Um, Milton said, if you got problems with Christian spirits, I normally use the Great Banishing Pentagram to the 4 quadrants when I'm working with clients. It's basically a single pentagram made up of 4. I'm just trying to go easy on this because I don't want a war with my spirits in that house along with the Christian spirits, and if they war, and then when I come there, my house done burned down to the ground. Mama don't want to come home to some smoke. I did give the neighbors next door my phone number and stuff, and the neighbors behind the house they'll say, y'all please report anything. So they keeping an eye on the house and everything. And I mean, when my little guy in the back, man, he be looking at stuff so keen. And Mr. Willie had dropped his earphones on the ground, and he called me on the phone. And he said, "You got some earphones in your yard?" I said, "Okay." He said, "I'm just telling you, just in case somebody been in your yard." Yeah. So he keeps a good eye out on it. Okay. Woo! Yes, you don't want no spiritual war in there with the Christian spirits and the witches spirits up in there. 'Cause I don't know who gonna win, but Mama don't want to lose. Cause I don't want to be like I said. I don't want to be seeing my house up in smokes. Mm-hmm. Good morning, Nina, and thank you for the love. Mommy Rachel said I like sleeping a lot, but sometimes it get in the way. Pop said he got to leave, When the work is complete. Good night, y'all. Okay, good night. Honestly, you got to build a good foundation first. Send the situation good vibes. You gonna be okay. Yes, I am. As soon as he can hurry up and get up out of there, cause I need him in so many ways. You know what I'm saying? Cause that bathroom, he told me, and I'm just boring you all to death. That bathroom tub is so heavy. Okay, it's so heavy that that bathroom floor is leaning to one side. Cause I was telling myself, why is the toilet stool slightly? Okay, I'm back live again. I was interrupted on my live stream, but he said, "Well, I was asking him why is the stool leaning?" He said that tub's so heavy, it's doing something to the floor. So he's gonna tear. He said he's gonna have to tear that floor out, take the tub out. Mm-hmm. Flybomb say you're not boring, Mama. You know something, Flybomb. I'm so out of it. I forgot I said it. I am out of it. I don't know. Like right now, it's a feeling like I need to go to sleep, but then I don't feel like I need to go to sleep. Just somewhere in between that. But I noticed that when I did get I did not eat any. Well, I'm wrong, y'all. I had like 6 slices of pizza, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I got to go and tell you the truth. I had 6 slices of pizza, and I know that ain't good. But I made sure that I had my vegetables and onions and all my good stuff. I had that carrots and all of that stuff with it and everything. And then I felt a boost of energy. I sure did. But I had very small amount of veggies and stuff like that. But I'm going to have to fill up. I'm gonna have to fill up on my veggies. But what's going on is really it's that guy. He's got to get out of my house. He's drawing my energy from in there. He's got to come out my home, y'all. I'm gonna get him out of there. He ain't got but 10. He got 10 more days, and I want you out my shit. 10 goddamn days. You getting evicted, shit. You and your ladder is getting evicted. Got ladders all over the house and cans and drink cans and Sprite bottles and shit. And, woo, get the fuck out this joint, dude. How long it gonna take you? It's like he taking his time, like he don't want to leave. Like I got me a storage place so I can keep all of my tools and stuff. Hurry up, get out of my shit. Yeah, flour bomb, all that bread. I never and see, like I do gain like 4 or 5 pounds overnight when I eat pizza and stuff. I sure do. So I sure do. So I took me a laxative. A natural laxative. I had oatmeal and raisin. So if I say I took a laxative, I had oatmeal and raisin and stuff like that, so I can kind of hurry up and clear my gut and all of that. And boy, did it work. So I did have that, but that wasn't good. All of that refined flour, but that's not what's doing it. What's doing it? I mean, it ain't good. All the bread ain't good, but the low energy levels is coming from that house. Yeah, I'm gonna get him out of there, y'all. And if I have to, I'm going to film it so y'all can watch it and laugh. Nina said, I have the 5-point star as a tattoo for protection. Milton said, I tried pizza for the first time this month. I can't remember when it tasted like good. You just not had pizza? Oh, wow. Nina says a witch's foot, which is what it is. Yes. Flybomb say you gonna have to cleanse it when he leaves. Yes. Girl, yes I am. Flybomb, I ain't know what was going on. Like I was telling everybody in the chat, he put the room on the house I'm in now. And I felt the same sensation when he put the room back there. And when he's around me, I feel drained and drunk like. And all he do is sing church songs. And I remember when he left, I had got myself back to normal, but it took me goddamn 9 months too. That's too long. Look like when I go around him, I'm gonna have to have my head wrapped up. Our spirits are at odds. Milton Nall said it was a meat lover's pizza. Ooh, wow. The one I had was like a vegetable pizza. And it had the cheese, which I don't need. I don't need the cheese. It had the bread, I don't need it. But it had like the onions and mushrooms and all tomatoes and all that other good stuff on it. That's the one I had. And spinach. But it still wasn't good for me to have. Yes, Flower Bomb said he's an energy vampire. So, like, exactly what is he doing with my and what is he doing with my energy? Now, I noticed that when Mr. Willie called, he won't answer. He only answers the phone with me because he figured he can get over on me. So, Mr. Willie told him, "Say if you cannot talk to me, then we're gonna have to find us somebody else to do our work." Yeah, Flybomb said that's the church spirit. LOL. See, now I'm trying to do us a temple for our thing, and we sitting up here got church witches all up in there. JB, how you doing? JB says incubus. Milton said vegetables. I don't eat green things. That means they are off if they are green. For real? Mm. Why you don't want anything green? You a meat eater? I forgot now. They did say in Greenland that a lot of that up there by being so cold, that it being so cold that they cannot grow vegetables in those cold places, and most of the people rely on meats and stuff like that to eat because of the cold temperatures all the time. JB said, whenever you talk to him, try to put some oil on your spine and see if you still feel the same way. Okay? Fly Bomb said, what, Milton? LOL. Church floats are slick, says Mama Ritual. This nigga so slick till it don't make no damn. Man, it don't make no sense how he lie. Church folks can lie. Be right up in your face saying they didn't say something, and stuff. I'm gonna start recording, folks. I'm gonna start recording you so when you say you didn't say that, I'm gonna play it over again so you can hear it. Milton said you can't survive off of just meat, but you can survive off just fat. Okay? But you do have to get your body used to it because of how rich it is. And that's pretty much what some cultures live off of. Yeah, I heard in them cold temperatures it's like that all y'all do is eat meat up there. Mm-hmm. Because y'all can't grow fruit trees and all that. That stuff have to be imported on it. But said vegetables. I don't eat green. Okay, we already read that, didn't it? Okay, so let's tap into our magical powers here. Okay, some of you all may be weather witches. Some of y'all might be storm witches and rain witches and witches of the wind, elemental witches and stuff like that. Y'all need to start tapping into y'all powers, especially in the South. What's going on? Why ain't us witches? You understand? Putting out supernatural power. Now everybody in the South ain't suffering from rain deprivation. So I'm not talking about witches who get adequate rain. Most of the witches on the coast and stuff like that are getting adequate rain. Okay, because down there in Mobile, I heard they're getting good rainfall and stuff like that. That's close to the coast. But it's further up here. We're just in drought stages here. So witches of the South, let's get together and make it rain. I know some witches up in here can send the cooling rains and the wind here. Okay, so we're gonna see what we're gonna do. We're gonna see if we're gonna get some rain in the next few days. How about that? Because we got that type of talent and gift with us. And I'm gonna teach you all how to make it rain. Hello? How to make it rain, how to make it rain down some money. Shit. Okay. That's right. Earth Color Portal said, how do we tap into our weather power? Ooh, wait, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? How do we tap into our weather power? You know how you tap into your weather power? It takes time, and it's a skill that must be developed. Now, I never will forget, there was this man. His name was Jim. Jim had a beautiful yard of vegetables, front, back, side, everywhere. He had a little bit of everything growing. Even had a little nursery of little shrubbery trees and stuff that he sold and everything. And he got a hose pipe and he shot it up in the air. He said, let me show you a little trick. I'm going to show you how to make it rain. He said, I learned this from a Native American man. And he put that hose pipe up in the air. And sure enough, the way he was directing it, he directed the rainwater here, there, whatever. And he turned that hose pipe off and it started to rain. He got a little bit of rain like that. And the hose pipe was off. He had to turn the faucet off, mind you, and everything. And so what you do is you talk to the elements. You get familiar with the element of itself. Water. You have to go outside where you can call and yell and talk and let the universe, let nature know. Let the trees, the grass, the clouds, the sky, let it know that you are there making a special request. So you got to be comfortable with that. Make a call. They have a lot of different calls to call down the rain. Okay, some people use bells and some people use the old horn. Woo, a little bit of everything to make that call. So it's a calling. You understand? So you can just make that request. Don't ask for anything outside of yourself to do it because you got to pay them in some kind of a way. But you make the call from within yourself to nature and request specially it from nature itself because nature takes care of us and all nature really wants us to provide to it is respecting it and respecting everything to keep a balance with everything. You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna see if anybody knows. Anybody can tell me what nature wants from us. There's two things nature wants from us besides respect. Okay, and somebody might know exactly what it is. Name one thing that nature wants from you. I'm just waiting. That's right. Milton says some groups hit the drums to make it rain. Right. I can say from experience it works 100% of the time for me. Right. You're right. Those ceremonies and stuff like that the Africans and Native Americans and other cultures have done that. They have done music. They have done dance. Like there's a such thing as a rain dance where they will get out and do that. You know what I'm saying? And let the elements know. And the elements is listening. Hey, look, we need rain. And you go out and you may rattle some maracas or beat some drums or do a dance or whatever and then they'll send you down the range. But there's one thing, there's one gift that you have to give to nature. Nature don't require much of us. Like, I might have to go outside myself and if I ask all y'all for something, it's a whole lot of stuff she won't that I may not be wanting to give up, but nature don't really do that. It's not like that. Um, and I don't think nobody can tell me what it is. I guess I got to say what that thing is. Yes, JB said respect and to give back if you take it. That's correct. If you're going to take a tree down because you need it to make a boat or you need it to make a piece of furniture or you need it to make a house or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Put a new tree in its place. Don't just cut the tree down and not put nothing in its place. Because guess what? Now you have a deficit. This is some serious business. What's the actual consequence to accumulating deficits? Not to have any trees at all. And we need trees because that's where we get our breath from. Okay? But let me see what everybody else is saying. Nature wants us to give back. Correct. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all. There's one that y'all may think I'm crazy when I say this, but this is true, and it's gonna sound crazy. Nature wants your what? I'm giving you another chance. Nature wants your what? Nature wants your what? Astro said nature wants your love. That's right. But it's something from you that it wants also besides love. Traditional European witchcraft, Aunt Milton says, uses the drums to call the storm, and then they tighten into knots on string or rope. Don't say the storm and ooh, that sounds so beautiful. I want a storm. Not nothing that hurt nobody or nothing like that, knocking trees down. But do you know how I would just love to hear a crack of thunder? Not in my house now, but I'm talking about way away from my house. I just want to hear that sound of just the thunder. You know what I'm saying? And the rain. I miss that. I haven't heard a thunderstorm in forever. Hey TK. TK said nature wants your attention. Ani said it wants your respect. John said wants your DNA. Boom. Ding dong. There you go. Nature wants your DNA. Uh-huh. You know, you can go outside yourself, and like I said, these other deities gonna want some stuff that you might not want to give up. But you know what I'm saying? You might not want to give it up to nature, but nature gonna get it. Hello, nature gonna get that DNA. But a gift to nature is not only the DNA, but let me see if somebody else guessed it. Okay. Nature wants your potty. Nature wants your potty. We are to be putting our potty in the soil daily. Urine and your fecal matter is supposed to go to nature on a daily basis. That's the gift to nature. And I know people might think I'm crazy and say, what waste? Come on, get out of here. Get out of here. The birds give their waste. Every living animal gives its waste, which is a gift to nature on a daily basis. Think. That's the gift to the soil, to the earth. This is unnatural for our stools and stuff to be going down to treatment plants and septic tanks or what have you. It's supposed to go in the soil. That's why we out of balance. So, like I say, nature don't require much. When you say, "Hey, I got to give to nature," everything y'all was saying is right. Respect, love, attention, replacing all things that were taken. That's true. That's true. But also, it also wants your excrements. Okay. And in addition to that, it all eventually it wants your body. Your body has to return back to nature. So my body is a precious gift from nature that I will be having only for a short period of time. And eventually nature's going to come and take this body back. And that's going to be my gift back to nature. What it gave to me will be replaced back to it. Okay now. Okay, dokie. Okay, so anybody got any questions? Yeah. The mummy ritual said, wow, DNA and waste, yes. During ancient times, I mean, even not too far back, they had outhouses and stuff like that. You put your waste in the ground. This is like why we so sick in our stomachs, and so your stomach is so off balanced and stuff, and you have colon issues and stomach issues, not just from the food you eat, but because your soil, once it goes into the ground, it feeds, yes it does, insects in the ecosystem. And that's a healing process to have the insects to come in and eat the soil and whatever. They take some of the issues from your stomach, because your waste is you when you, because like in hoodoo, you know what I'm saying? Auntie say, if somebody poop on the side of her house to be ugly to me, she can make them sick. She can go there and put different chemicals and stuff in their excrements and stuff, and cause them some serious stomach issues. Yes, yes, and most definitely, Astro. I would definitely be shooting a lot of film footage from the actual temple for people who can't come. Okay, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you all go. It was so nice. I really love y'all comments. I could read your comments for days. Oh, the Milton says, according to my Icelandic books on magic, nature wants your life force from the blood. Uh huh. Okay, Honest said, put the poop in a tree and plug that booty right up, mama. Okay, you're welcome. Astro said, thanks for the live stream. Can you all please thumbs up the video? Okay, JB said, I know this might sound nasty, but I actually give back my period blood as it originally poured out between our legs before passing. Game. That's where the blood is supposed to go, JB. Period blood is supposed to go back to the soil. Yes. Even if you were to use a menstrual cup or maybe a cotton, they used cotton rags and stuff like that back in the day. They would take and give it back to the earth. It really don't supposed to be flushed down a commode. That is very, very unnatural. Hello. Okay. It's unnatural to flush it down the stool. And you got like gutter entities down there that is feeding off of your excrements. I wanted to have a video on this and everything, but I said I don't know if you all are ready for anything like that. But do and love you if you give your excrements back to the earth. Okay? But you're giving to a system. When you let it go down the commode to a treatment facility, that's gonna make you sick. And guess what the treatment facility does with your DNA, with your soil? It turns around and creates so many different products. One product in particular is they use the waste to produce uh, things like explosives. Yeah, your soil can be used to create explosives, believe it or not. And also fertilizers. The fertilizing company is just getting rich off of all of y'all's poop. Okay. Hey, Erica. Erica said, yes, please, more on menstrual blood magic. That's the life force right there. Do you know how many spirits wants to be around you? You got that menstrual blood flow. And when a woman is on her menstrual blood flow, there are so many things that she has to be careful of, because spirits are waiting to actually possess a menstruating woman. So she has to be careful. Like they have like rules and stuff. Like you don't wear perfume when you're on your menstrual. You don't walk under trees when you're on your menstrual, because the fact you're flowing blood, there are a lot of spirits, especially them scavenger spirits and stuff, that want your they want your blood force. They want it. Right. Earth Close said, girl, you got me thinking about a lot right now. Yeah. Think about it, like when I had to sacrifice some of my chickens and stuff, okay? Um, I would have at nighttime spirits just swimming all across my head. They would be black. They would be just swimming all over my head because I had blood on my hands. So they were attracted to me. You understand? So you got so many spirits that are attracted to you. Some of them good, some of them bad. Some of them like these scavenger spirits. They just like, I had just shit. You got some blood, nigga. I need some. Give me some of that blood you got over there. So think about a woman that's menstruating, that's bleeding. Think about what she got around her. It's got a lot. Lena says she always comes on during the full moon. Debbie said you can speak to your period blood just like you can with water, and it will come to you in your dreams. Erica said, no wonder a preacher told her she had a spirit of Jezebel. Astro said, I hate my cycle. It would be nice to turn it into something good. Well, you better enjoy your cycle. I don't have cycles anymore. I mean, I did manage to have like a small cycle, because at my age, it's like a wrap. You know what I'm saying? It's like lights out, okay? So my fertility stages are over. Like I say, I am on my way to being a crone, very soon. Some people might say, you're already there. But what I was gonna say about it, you cherish your cycle, and I'm gonna tell you why I say cherish your cycle, because your menstrual cycle protects you from heart diseases. You're not as likely to have heart attacks and heart issues when you're menstruating. It keeps you it keeps you looking young. You know what I'm saying? You're less likely to have a boxy shape mid waist. I've noticed that since my cycles have changed drastically to the point I'm really menopausal. My waistline is much thicker than I've ever had. I have never had such a thick waistline. It's more boxy and mushroom. And this is because, and I know what y'all saying, it's some folks who have cycles and stuff like that, and their bodies are shaped like that. Well, let's put it like this right here. When you get up here when I am and you ain't menstruating, you sure enough gonna have a boxy mushroom waistline. Okay? So, I mean, your shape changes. And you don't get that feeling like after you have your menstruation, you just feel like, oh, just refreshed and cleansed, and you feel cleaned out and all that. You don't get none of that when you ain't menstruating. You don't get that cleanse anymore. So you better cherish them, because by the time they're over with, you're gonna miss them. And your menstruation is a very much part of being a witch. And you got that blood with you where you can do all kind of things with that blood. Whereas I would have to prick my finger to get blood. You ain't got to do that. Oh yeah, Erica, they do all kind of things with the blood. That's right. Astro, appreciate your cycle so much more. Enjoy that cleanse that you get, because one day they're gonna stop. They're gonna stop. And like I say, when you're menstruating, you look fertile, and when you're looking fertile, you look. I don't know. A woman that is fertile, the appearance that she gives off, the glow that she gives off, is very attractive. You know what I'm saying? When you stop menstruating, that ain't there no more. And men are not as kind to you when you stop flowing, especially as you grow older. And that's just the truth. And when you stop menstruating, it is definitely a sign that you are growing older and that you heading to be that chrome witch missing them teeth and the warts on the nose and all of that different stuff. Okay, that's coming. But also, it's a beautiful period in your life once your period stopped in so many ways too, because it frees you from a lot of things at the same time too. You get some freedom, if that makes sense. When you're having periods, it's like it's a big responsibility when you're having a period. It's like being responsible for something. It holds you back. You understand? Because you always got to be concerned about accidents. You got to be concerned about this. You got to be concerned about that. But when your flow stop, you ain't got to be concerned about nothing like that no more. You know? It's hard to describe it. It's a sense of freedom. But then at the same time, too, you lose a lot, too. If I could, I would still be menstruating. And I know that nature said, no, you can't continue to do this. Some women continue to menstruate all throughout their lives. You got some women 80 years old. Ethel still was menstruating at in her 70s. She's still having a menstruation once a month. She did tell me for a lot of women, just because you stop, menstruating, don't mean you won't start back. Because she said she stopped menstruating and she started back menstruating. She said so. She said the blood, you gonna always have that blood. Cause I did. I had a menstruation like a month, 2 months ago, real light. You know what I'm saying? So she said sometimes you'll have a light menstruation, but eventually, you know what I'm saying? For some women, it just stop. It ain't nothing. It's nothing no more. And then they deal with the hot flash. That's something I haven't had to deal with, like the hot flashes and this, that, and other. I don't have any of those. Thank you, knock on wood. Some women are just really sick and miserable after this cycle stop. They put on a lot of weight and all of that. I'm just hoping that don't happen to me. You go either lose weight or gain weight. It looks like I'm gaining. It seems like I'm gaining weight a little bit. I don't want to be too skinny, no ways. I don't want to have the osteoporosis. I don't want that. Auntie got osteoporosis. Ain't that's what you call it? Arthrosclerosis. I can't think of the name of it. Her bones will break easy. That's because she needs some fat. Hello. Until you can't have none of my fat, I need it. I don't know what's ahead of the road. I might need this. I can't get it to nobody. You never know. Okay. Be careful using your blood for magic, Nina. Oh, osteoporosis. Thank you, JB. Yeah, I know a few people who have anointed their period blood to statues and it just stopped. They cycle stop. Like for a few months. So you can't give your blood to too many inanimate objects. That's kind of messed up, ain't it, y'all? That is messed up. Yep. Yes, mommy, Ritual said, I think food has something to do with menstrual cycles. They said really women don't supposed to have menstrual cycles every month. It says in the food to make you have menstrual cycles every single month like that. Oh, Ani said man is just a coagulation of blood. That's correct. Everything, even the egg cell and the sperm cell, ain't nothing but blood. That's it. Okay, JB said that's why they say women literally give life because the blood can grow plants and keep the soil fertile. That's right. Some women give their menstrual cycle to their house plants. Some give it to their rose bushes and different plants and stuff like that because it's got a lot of iron in it, and some plants need iron. Mm-hmm. Oh, Astro, you telling the truth. She said it's a shame that so much emphasis is put on women needing to be skinny to be beautiful. It's not healthy to be too thin because as you grow older and you're really, really, really thin, you have a tendency to have bone breaks. Like I said, Auntie got osteoporosis. She's just really just a little bit extremely too thin. And then where some people are just going crazy over, man, she is fine and everything. But if she fall and break her hip, then what? You need some fat. You fall, you could just bounce back up. Shit. Oh, that's nice. Nina says she gives Reiki to her plants and flowers. What kind of plants and flowers you got? I know one lady, she keeps crystals and stuff around her plants. Like quartz crystals and rose crystals and stuff around it. She's very meticulous. She really feels like the crystals are feeding energy to her plants, and her plants is feeding energy into the crystals. Okay. Earth color says that she feels like your weight can save your life in many ways. I was thinking about that earlier because like Auntie needs some fat. Auntie ain't got nothing left. Nothing. I know my other aunt was always saying, baby, she said, you better leave that little fat alone. She said, you may get sick up the road. You might need that little bit of fat around your waist, honey. She said, you don't know why they thickening you up around the waist. That might be some for tough times ahead of the road. Milton said, I like my fat ass. Means that I can body slam people I don't like or at least have the option, and I like the option. Okay, then. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, Jimmy. How you doing? Jimmy said, what is your lovely guitar? The Mama Ritual says, women are so magical. Okay, Jimmy. Okay, y'all. Eyes is a bias that goes. Hello? What time is it over there, Milton? Where you at now? I gotta go, cause let me see what time is here. It said, well, I am. It's 2:31, and that ain't bad. That ain't bad. We done did 2 hours. Okay, thank you, Erica. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let everybody get some rest. It's 3:30 where you at, Astro? Oh, okay. So you head into the hour of the saints. Okay. Happy witching hour to everybody. I'm hoping that all of your blessings come true. Okay. Okay, y'all too. Y'all have a good night. Okay, please read to unsubscribe. Bye bye.